and I just got back from a run, and I know myself, I always have tight hips. So before I go to bed, I always like, wow, my hips are really tight, really sore. So that's what I focus in a lot on as I stretch. So I'm just gonna go through some basic stretching. Start on the back. Bring your knees into your chest. Let's take a big breath in. Bring your head up toward your legs. You're in a little ball. As you release, open the arms to the side. Feet come down. Lean your legs to the right. Then we're going to stretch up through that left arm, either looking up or away from the legs. You can keep both arms stretching out or place the right hand on the legs. Press down gently, but keep the left shoulder down and keep reaching out with that left arm. Few breaths here as we hold, stretch. And release it. Let's go to the other side. Legs to the left, reach up with the right arm. Again, both arms can either stretch out or place a hand on the legs and press down gently. Feel that stretch. So this is a spinal twist. You always want to make sure you can breathe comfortably through a movement. If you can't breathe comfortably, so deep inhalations, deep exhalations, you know you're going a little bit too far in that range of movement. From here, we're just going to bring it back to the center. Let's bring one leg up. So that opposite leg could be straight or bent, whichever you prefer. As you stretch the leg in, press the hips down. So a common thing people do is they stretch the leg and they let their whole hip come up. But hips are down, you're pressing down through the hips, pushing the hips away from you as the leg comes towards you. And let your breathing work with this. So as you inhale, think about bringing the leg in a little more. As you exhale, just relax, or you could push the leg against the arms, either one. Feel that stretch the whole time. And we're going to release it, push the heel up toward the ceiling. As you push the heel up toward the ceiling, you should feel a good stretch from the heel down that calf. And then point the toe. Feel it in the front of the foot. Let's do that again. Push through the heel. Toes are coming down toward your face. Point that toe. Now we're just going to relax the foot, relax the leg, and circle through the ankle. Making big circles, going the same direction, about 4 to 6 times. And then switch directions. Trying to keep the leg itself straight. So you're just moving through the ankle joint. And then from here, we're going to cross that foot over to the opposite leg, bring it in. Now, as you're bringing it into stretch, you should feel a stretch in the left glute hip area. If you don't feel much, you can either bring it in more or press out gently on that left knee. So sometimes it just takes playing around with that position until you feel that stretch. Again, nice deep breathing, inhaling through the nose. As you exhale, pull that belly in. A few more deep breaths here. You want to feel the stretch through that left glute, left hip the whole time. On your next exhalation, let's just release it. Other leg up. Relax your foot. Again, left leg could be bent or straight. You get to choose. But as you pull that leg in, push the hips down. You want to feel the stretch the whole time through the right glute, through the right hamstring, depending on what's tight. And again, you always want to be able to, nice big breaths here. So anytime, if you have to have shallow breathing, you know you've come in a little too far. Each inhalation, bring that leg in just a little more, still pressing down gently through the hips. On your next exhalation, just release it. Let's flex the foot. Push the heel up toward the ceiling. Toes coming down toward your face. Feel that stretch from the heel down the calf. Now point that toe. Hold it there. Again, flex the foot, push the heel up toward the ceiling. Point the toe. Relax the foot and rotate it around, circling through the ankle. Big circles or small circles, depending on your range of movement. And switch other direction. And then we'll just cross it over. Bring it in and stretch. So again, the left leg's going to stretch in. You could always press out gently on the right knee if you need to feel that stretch a little bit more. Keeping your head down, abs are in. Nice deep breathing as you hold that stretch. Take a big breath in, bring it in just a little more, and release it. Now we're going to grab those legs and roll it up into a seated position. Legs are straight, get yourself nice and tall. We're going to pick up the left leg, cross it over the right. Now extend through the crown of your head, tuck your chin in. So you have a nice straight line from the back of your head, down your neck, down your spinal column. Keeping yourself tall, we're going to rotate toward the left, so towards the leg that's in front. You can use your right arm to help push off, either looking straight ahead or back over that left shoulder. And again, breathing does make a difference, so with each inhalation, lengthen up through the spinal column. As you exhale, push off that leg, try to rotate a little bit more, keeping yourself nice and tall. Again, take a big breath in and lengthen. This time as you exhale, slowly and release it, and then cross it. Okay, sit up tall again on those sit bones. Right leg up, extend up through the crown of your head, lengthen that spinal column, and then rotate toward the right leg, either looking straight ahead or behind you. You could use that left arm to push off that leg if you like. And again, it's so easy to lean back, but you want to keep yourself nice and tall. Trying to keep the torso perpendicular to the floor. And again, with each inhalation, think about lifting, lengthening the back. As you exhale, try to rotate just a little bit more. On your next exhalation, bring it back to the center. This time we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. And again, make yourself really tall. It's so easy to bend forward on this one, but lengthen through the spinal column and tuck in the chin. Pull those legs in towards you and think about pressing those knees down. So even if they don't touch the floor, which would be amazing, just pretend they're touching. And then you're going to hinge forward. Maybe your range of movement's right here and you feel that stretch. Maybe you could go a little bit more. But as you hinge forward, keep the back long, keep the chin tucked in, keep pressing those knees gently down, and hold it and breathe. Now, just like on the other stretches that we hold, as you inhale, lengthen the spinal column. As you exhale, think about pushing the knees down a little bit more. So again, inhale and lengthen. Exhale and press it back a little more. Release it. Okay, we're bringing it around to our hands and knees. We are going to be like in a high plank position here. Bring the left foot forward. And you're going to press down gently through the right hip. Now we're going to spend a little bit of time here. You could keep it up on your hands. If it's way too tight, you could bring that back knee down. You could bring it to your elbows if you'd like. Or maybe you're on one elbow. But from here, we're just going to play around with the positioning of this knee. So let it go out a little bit and let it come back in. Feel the stretch through that hip. Now keeping it there, we're going to bring it back to our hands, bend that back leg, and we're going to walk our hands toward that leg. Just as far as what's comfortable for you, keeping that long back. Then walk it to the center, walk it to the other side, and reach out through the left arm as the right knee kind of pushes off to the side. And then back to the center. From here, we're going to straighten out that back leg, Stretch and open. Good stretch for that thoracic spine. Trying to keep that back leg straight. Again, if you need to bend it, bend it. Open up through the chest. Again, you're either looking forward or up to that hand. And bring it back. Let's bring that leg back and just switch. Other leg. Now again, you could keep that back leg straight or you could bend it. Up to you. And bring it to your elbows or keep it to your hands. You're going to push those hips gently to the floor. Then just push around through the hips. So let that knee come out a little bit, in a little bit. And again, you should always be able to take nice deep breaths as you hold a stretch. If it's painful or you notice that your breathing becomes more shallow, you need to ease out of that stretch a little bit because it should be pain-free. Feel the stretch. But if you feel like someone's stabbing you with a knife, you know to ease up. Okay, from here, let's walk it over toward it. Bend that leg. Stretch. Back to the center. Other arm, reach out. Back to the center. Straighten up that back leg. Left hand is down. We're going to open up toward the right. Stretch that top arm toward the ceiling, either looking up or straight ahead. Hold that stretch. Release it. Bring that foot back. Now we're going to bring the left foot on the outside of the hand. Push down through that right hip. Push down through the left hip. And again, you could be up on your hands or you could bring it to your elbows. Try to keep those hips even for now. Hold that stretch. Just bring it back to the hands. Now we're going to bring that foot back to the center and bring it to the outer edge. Push those hips down. Feel the difference through the hips, how that feels. Some of you might feel this more in the knee. And release it and switch. Bring the right foot on the outside of the hand. Push down through the hips. Again, you could keep it up on your hands or bring it to your elbows. Hold it. Bring it back up. Bring that foot in between. Bring that foot sideways. Press those hips down gently. And release it. Okay, back to our knees. And I do the stretch all the time because it's a great one for those hips. So left foot forward just a little bit. We're going to tuck the pelvis, hinge forward. Today, arms in front, externally rotate and push through the arms. I always like to pretend you're shooting spider webs through the arms. Keep the chin tucked in, and we're going to rotate toward that leg and slightly hinge forward. So we're pushing down gently through the right hip. The right glutes are tight. As arms are shooting forward, resist it through the shoulders. Keep that chin tucked in. Hinge forward just a little more so you feel that good stretch. Back to the center. Release it. Hinge forward just a little more. Keep that right glute tight. Keep pushing through the hips. Now through here, keep the toe pointed and bring it back a little bit. Flex the foot. Feel a little more tension through the calf. Back is long. I know some of you like to keep your hands down. I know some people like to have their hands on their leg as long as you're not pushing down too much. You can have yoga blocks here or something to hold on to. Feel the stretch though through the hamstrings, glutes, calves. And release it, and let's just switch. So right foot forward quite a bit so your ankle's beyond the knee. Tuck that pelvis in, make yourself long, hinge forward just a little bit. As you hinge forward, you're going to tighten up that left glute. Push down gently through the left hip. Now arms in front, externally rotate. Push that energy through the heel of your wrist. Keeping the chin tucked in, we're going to rotate toward the right and hinge forward just a little more. As you feel the tension pushing away, resist that with your shoulders. Keep that left glute tight, keep pushing through the hips, hold it and breathe. glute tie, keep pressing forward. Come forward just a little more. Back to the center, release it. Keep that glute tight, keep pushing forward through that left hip. And then when you're ready, bring it up. Keep the toe pointed for now as you drive the hips behind you. Now flex the foot, bring that toe up. Nice long back. Think about extending through the crown of your head. Tailbones pushing back and feeling that stretch from the glutes to the hamstrings to the calf. If it's too tight, ease out of it. At any time, if it eases up and you don't feel much, bring those hips back a little more or tilt that tailbone up a little bit. Release it. Nice work. Okay, back into a child's pose. Relax those shoulders. Relax the back. From here, we're going to turn the palms up, press the arms down gently. Take a big breath in. Let's flip them back over. Relax your jaw. Relax your back. From here, let's walk both hands to the right and extend out through the left. So as you reach that left arm forward, think about pushing out through the ribs. Armpit of the left is pressing down toward the mat. And then walk it to the center, and let's just switch sides. Reach up through the right. Push those ribs to the right. Gently press the right armpit toward the mat. Feel that stretch through the right side of your torso. Back to the center. And now we're just going to slide it down so you're flat on your belly. Once you're flat, let's bring one leg back. Now make this an active stretch, so just don't bring it back and hold it, but as you pull the foot towards you, press that hip down. Position it so you feel a stretch from the hip to the knee. Now if you have knee problems, sometimes it feels good to have a folded towel and put it between so you can't get the same degree of flexion. Just depends on how your knee is. Keep pressing that hip down. Take a big breath in and release it, and let's switch. Other leg. Press that hip down. Pull that foot back. Feel that stretch through the right. And release it down. Okay, bring it on up. Seated position, legs are whatever comfortable for you. Let's bring those shoulders up and back. Relax the neck. We're going to bring both hands behind the head and bring those elbows back. Pretend you're going to touch your elbows together behind you. Stretch it up and release it. Both hands to the right. Tilt your head to the right. Press down gently through the left. Yes, I love this stretch too. This is something I do all the time. A lot of times, even when I'm at the grocery store, waiting in line, which is often these days. Bring it in. Not grocery shopping, but waiting. Lots of waiting in lines. And bring it back to the center. Relax those arms. Make yourself tall. We're just going to gaze toward the right. Slowly back to the center. Gaze to the left. And back to the center. Again, both hands to the right. Tilt your head to the right. Keep your lips slightly apart. Gaze up toward the ceiling. And then back to the center. Bring your head back. Hands to the left. Tilt your head to the left. Press down gently through the right shoulder. Again, lips slightly apart. Gaze up toward the ceiling. And back to the center. And bring it on up. Okay, just a short little stretch, a little break throughout the day. You can do it before you go to bed. Hopefully feel a little relaxed.
after your run, after your workout, and then we'll have more of a yoga-based flexibility class tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day.